Greetings from Scouse Farm and the Scouse Farm Squirrel. I'm in the Japanese garden in Calderstones, and it is, although it's spring and this is a proper friendly squirrel, he actually comes up to you. Come on mate, let's go for a walk, you're famous now. And this is in Calderstones Park. What's he eating now? What's he found? He's got something. What have you got, mate? Come on, you're holding up my video. Do something. I'll let him eat. I'll let him have his brekkie. And this is the Japanese garden on the Heritage Trail in Calderstones Park. Here we can see the sign. This garden is open to the public so that they may enjoy the tranquility of a Japanese scene. Keep to the footpaths. The squirrel doesn't like, but it's, what are we on now? It's Grand National Day, so the 5th of April 2025. Gorgeous blue skies today. It's a little bit cold when you walk into the shade, but when you're in the sun it is absolutely beautiful. And there's loads of these architectural gardens here in Calderstones Park, and usually I would wait till summer so you see everything in bloom. You can see it's starting to put colour out now, but there are some flowering trees. Got some magnolia, there's loads of rhododendrons around, and a few other things, acers that are starting to put leaf out. We've got a big mahonia there. That one there is a mahonia, and I don't know a lot of the names of the trees, but it doesn't really matter. You can see how beautiful they are as we walk about. But these will continue. These acers here, acer maple thing, will be putting out a lot of red leaf soon. Got a bit of topiary there. Some people have been out, needs a haircut like, but you can see what they're trying to do there. They're making it into like a wedding cake formation, so you can see the different sections. And in the background we've got the mansion house, the reader room. And the magnolia looks stunning. See if I can get a close-up. One of these flowers. And they don't flower for long, the magnolia, but as you can tell by the petals on the ground, but they are gorgeous trees if you can get them to flower. It's a bit low there, but we've got a little water feature in the background, and I'll just walk you around the outside. You can hear that rustling behind me. I thought it was the squirrel, but it's a pigeon. Things following me on the path around. And there's loads of old like slate style rock and architectural rocks placed around the outsides of this garden. And there's some other gardens I'm going to take you in a minute, so I'll walk you around. And there are a lot of people out, but not in this garden particularly, but in some of the other gardens there's a lot of people about, so I'll unfortunately have to clock a few faces on camera because it'll be unavoidable. See, it's very early April and you can still see we've got flowers out, like rose looking flowers on these trees. Gorgeous. And I just discovered something. There was a lavender on the way in, and my mate, he's with me, he's in one of the other gardens now reading a book while I film, and we got coffees and walked around, and I pricked off a little bit of lavender and then let him have a little smell, say look, that's lavender, that's what it smells like. And then I ate a bit and took a swig of the coffee, and it was gorgeous. So if ever you're out and you do recognize a lavender bush, take a little sprig off, chew it if you've got a coffee, and have a swig of coffee, and it makes it taste absolutely brilliant. And that's not dietary advice or anything, but I thought it was nice anyway. He spat it out, so maybe it's just me. It'd be nice if they could fill. You can see where We've got all of the pond reeds, iris type things growing up there. So if you do with a bit more water in there, but bizarrely, we haven't had much rain lately, which is nice to say in a way, because last year it did nothing but rain through spring and early summer. And this year it hasn't rained for about a week, I don't think, in Liverpool. Well, not where I am anyway. And that is the Japanese garden. So let's walk you out into there's an English garden and an Alpine garden. And I'll probably miss a few, but I don't know where I am. It's like a little maze. But I'll just walk you around and show you some of the best bits that I've seen since I've been in the park. And I love the fact that it's walled. So all of the gardens are individually walled, so it's either brick or sandstone, and it just looks absolutely stunning. And now we're out into, I think, not sure what this one is, but it might be the English garden. I'm not sure, but we'll see anyway if we see a sign. Or maybe this one's the Japanese garden and that one no, that one must be, I don't know. It's a garden anyway. There's a bit more water. And some Acer there in the background. And when you come through from the mansion house, this is the way you come through. And it gives you a little indication of some of the flowers, the rhododendrons. There's loads of rhododendrons in this part. Some magnolia, and that one that looked like a rose is apparently a Camellia japonica. So that would have been the Japanese garden then, because that's where it was. Maybe this is still part of it. And they look like grapevines or something growing across the top. Vines of some description. And there's a rhododendron there, I recognise him. Wait till you see the one in my garden, viewers. You want to see that when it opens, it's fantastic. And that looks like something out of Jurassic Park, that tree. That's a dinosaur with his mouth open. And in the park as well, you've got, when you walk around, you'll see there's a lot of, you've got memorial benches and trees and things that are in memory of people. So I'll not focus in on the plaques, but there are a lot of things dedicated to people who've passed away. So it's a good little fitting resting place or memorial place for a loved one, a tranquil garden, which year by year will come back to life and will be ever living, hopefully. Look at that, in flower already. And there's a massive rhododendron out the back. It's more like a tree than a bush. With all the white flowers on it. Loads of them falling off onto the floor already. Under the magnolia as well. Oh no, it's just a red rhododendron. I thought there was a magnolia there, but it's just this rhododendron that's dropping the petals. And there's another squirrel. Tell you what, they're the friendliest squirrels I've ever met. They come up to you and everything. And in the middle, we've got, there was a duck in there before on his own, but he flew off. But that, I imagine, hopefully, would be a fountain operating at some point in the summer. another one. Another squirrel. There's another one. Yeah, they're the friendliest squirrels in the world, aren't they? They come up to you. There's another one there. They're expecting to get fed. I've got no food. I feel guilty. And we've got a... Oh, here he is. Hello, mate. Say hello. What's going on? And we've got a sundial here without the dialy thing sticking out the top. But what does it say? I am silent without the sun. And looks to be a brass sundial plate, and there would be where the blade goes, and then when the sun hits it at a certain angle it will indicate what time of day it is. And maybe he's at it. You keep still so I can get you on camera. Oi. You need to stop eating as well. You've put a bit of weight on. It's too easy around here. They're getting fed too much. There's loads of like pistachio shells and monkey nut shells that I can see on the floor here, so they are getting a lot of food. Even the pigeons are just walking around at your feet. They're not bothered. It is gorgeous. Look at the wall. Always makes everything look better when you get a walled garden. And then we've got a dove-like pigeon. Little star of the show there. That wasn't me, by the way. That was a crow. A crow come in to spoil a party there. Scattered the birds. And there's another memorial bench there. Oh, it's lovely when you walk out into the sun. And then through this opening there's a doorway here. I think it takes you out into the Alpine garden. Somewhere around here anyway. We shall see. There it is. That's just the fence. And we're coming out into the Alpine garden, which is also fantastic. And wait till you see the view from where I'm going to stand now. And why are you eating flowers? Why are you eating flowers, mate? Fool. Look at that. You'd think you were on holiday somewhere other than Liverpool. And this is where, oh, there he is. I was going to say, this is where I left me mate, but he's not there now, and I thought he'd scarpered with me bag. But he's on another, I've just spotted him, he's on another bench. And there's this wall, this is the sandstone. Fantastic. And that just leads out into another part of the park, Calderstones Park itself. But I'll just stand you at the back in front of this wall and then give you a good panoramic view of this part of the garden, because it's absolutely beautiful. We've got some palm trees in this one, being an Alpine garden. I wouldn't have expected palm trees, but maybe they grow in the Alpine as well. So look at this. Whoa, that was close. Look how close that landed. Little pigeon just tried to get me. See, that's because I didn't bring any food with me. That they know and they're punishing me. Absolutely fantastic. Look at it. You would think you're on holiday somewhere. This is maybe a bit of a stretch to say it's a Tuscan scenery, but it just looks fantastic. And outside you've got like all of the play areas and other parts of the park, the main parts of the park, which I'm glad to say has been very well used today. There's loads of people out, and we've been here since about 10:30 in the morning, so it's been a fantastic little morning. So I'll leave it there, viewers. Thank you all very much for watching. Have yourselves a great day. And Scouse Farm and all the friendly squirrels, we'll see you all again soon.